Welcome to another edition of the Cannabis Insurance Journal. My name is Tony, your cannabis insurance specialist, and today I thought we'd talk about the four most important types of coverage for the cannabis industry. So let's get started. The first is, of course, general liability. General liability insurance is a requirement that all growers and dispensaries must obtain prior to getting a license from the state. General liability covers an insured against property damage and bodily injury arising out of premises operations, product and completed operations, and those injuries that result from advertisements. Limits on this coverage can range as high as $5 million, but you should pick the appropriate limit for your facility. The second coverage is product liability. Product liability is liability that arises from the use of your particular brand of cannabis. These claims are usually take the place of negligence claims in a court of law. They're usually negligence-based claims is what I'm trying to say. Negligence has a four-pronged element in order to establish it in a court of law. That is duty, breach, injury, causation, and or damages. So arguably five. However, in some instances, product liability is construed as by a term that the law calls strict liability. Strict liability means that you don't necessarily have to prove all of those elements that I previously told you about. You just have to establish that the person was injured as a result of use of the product, and that's it. Okay? So, in a product liability action or under product liability coverage, the insurance company would furnish you an attorney to defend you should these claims arise. Because as you know, insurance companies have a time-honored duty to defend their insured up to the limits of coverage. All right, let's move along to the third most important area of coverage, and that is property. Property coverage basically covers the insured for their or its equipment at the point of sale. It also covers your harvested inventory, which is the most valuable asset of your facility. As you are well aware, in a prior podcast, I talked about cultivation insurance. Well, property insurance is a form of cultivation insurance. Okay? So the perils that are covered or the claims that are covered are claims of theft, fire, smoke, explosion, equipment breakdown, wind damage, vandalism, hail, and wind. If loss results as a result of any of these perils, you would be covered under your policy, or you should be covered under your policy, as long as you are within the provisions of all the other terms of your particular policy. All right. So the final, if not most important form of coverage is the loss of income coverage. Loss of income coverage is just what it says. It is a type of business interruption insurance that covers you in the event that you have to shut down for some alleged violation of municipal or state law. If you are shown to be in compliance with municipal or state law, loss of income coverage would kick in and provide you coverage for a specified period of time after the covered loss. So I'll say that again. In order for you to get loss of income coverage, you must suffer a direct loss from the perils that I listed, or you may suffer a loss as a result of some type of alleged legal violation that you would later be shown to be in compliance with when the insurance company investigates the claim. For example, there is a claim that maybe your facility is not located within the specified distance from a school. So let's say there are allegations that your facility is located 300 feet from a school when it should be 500 in the state of Ohio. Well, if there are proceedings brought against you by the zoning board or in a court of law for that violation, and if it is in fact determined that you are within compliance of the zoning violation, the zoning regulation, in other words, you are 500 feet from the school, if that is conclusively proven, you would be covered not only by an attorney that would be provided by the insurance company under its duty to defend you, you would also receive a loss of income during the period that you were shut down. Now, again, this period is specified, it's a finite period of time, and it's based upon the provisions of your policy as provided by the insurance company. Now, the ranges of time can be anywhere from 30 to 120 days. It would be very important for you to establish this loss of income provision at the time you obtain an insurance policy. Okay? Also, additionally, what you need to know, you need to make sure, or you need to ask, whether or not loss of income insurance is included in your policy or whether you have to purchase it as an additional endorsement. In other words, do you have to purchase it as an additional form of coverage to your regular policy? Now, some insurance companies will provide loss of income in your basic policy as a basic coverage of that particular policy. It is not an additional endorsement that must be purchased. If that is the case, this form of policy or this policy is usually a customized policy designed uniquely for you. And yes, those are available to medicinal cannabis facilities. So that has been this edition of the Cannabis Insurance Journal. My name is Tony, your cannabis insurance specialist. Should you have any questions, you can contact me at 877-638-0311. You can also become a subscriber to the mailing site, you can become a subscriber to my blog, to the mailing list on my blog, which is ohiocannabisinsurance.org, or you can contact me through email at ohiocannabisinsurance@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the Facebook page, like, share, and subscribe to videos. Until next time, this has been Tony saying stay safe and take care.